She will never love you if you act like her therapist. I know you're a kind and caring man who wants to help people in need, and you should be genuinely proud of that desire. But if your entire relationship is predicated on you helping her with her trauma, it will never work. You have different roles in a relationship. Your primary role is that of a lover. And if the fundamental purpose of your and her partnership is you helping her overcome negative feelings and get out of a bad mood, it's doomed to fail. You have to, if you want to have a peaceful and happy life, a woman by your side who's happy and peaceful. You suck at reading red flags and you feel like you want to fulfill your need for contribution by helping women in a relationship. The problem is you are in no position of authority over her. That's why even the most best intentioned, well-intentioned advice, she'll never be able to take it in the way she would if it came from a therapist. Have you ever noticed that no matter how much you're trying to help her, she simply isn't able to accept it? And she might even get angry at you for trying to help her with whatever situation might arise, which is most of the time just her being emotional. She will never be able to let it land. There's a song, I don't know what the name of it is, but there's a line in it and it goes, "She don't want to be saved, don't save her." She doesn't. Is there anything wrong with her if she's in a rough emotional spot in her life? No, absolutely not. Can she change it? Yes, absolutely. Can we as human beings change? Of course. Can we completely transform our emotional and mental reality? For sure. But most people never will. And the greatest mistake you have made in the past and you're still making is you're dating for potential as opposed to actuality. If only she did 6 months of therapy. If only XYZ. No, you have to like her the way she is right now. Otherwise, it's doomed to fail. We're here in Barcelona right now. You can see some impressive ancient buildings. These were built by men who, complete assumption right now, this may be completely factually inaccurate, who hopefully had a peaceful and loving relationship with an amazing woman who supported them. The probability of that is actually high because it's very difficult for you to build something substantial in your career or your business if you're fighting another war at home. And you will. If all of your resources go into appeasing her, making her feel good, helping her make it through another day, you won't have enough cognitive resources available to yourself to perform at your best, to get the next promotion, to build your business, to take care of your body. And also, what's going to happen to your children? Even if you already have children, do you want a crazy person taking care of your kids? No. If you're going to have kids with her, do you not want them to grow up in a peaceful and loving environment? Absolutely. And again, there is nothing wrong with that person. And slapping labels onto people is not what this is about. But you have to ruthlessly disqualify. You have to recognize these red flags and let go and understand that your need for contributing and helping has to be met in a different way. Pick a charity, pick some cause that you can devote yourself to. I have the same need. My clients are my kids. I mean, I have a child, I have a daughter with my ex-wife. Obviously, that's also part of it. But my clients, that's where my sense of contribution goes. These videos, I want to contribute. I want my life to have meaning when I die. For sure, 100%, of course. But if I had to help Fernanda every single day with her emotions, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing. Who do you think is filming the B-roll footage right there? Thanks, babe. Imagine if I were to have fights with her and I'd be walking on eggshells around her. How would I be able to do my best every single day and work 11 hours a day, 8 hours a day, 14 hours a day? It doesn't work. You have to ruthlessly disqualify the wrong people. And you have to understand that if she's not ready yet for a relationship, she has to go on her own personal development and healing journey without you. But David, maybe she can do it while I'm with her. Look, if you've been together for 11 years and she's going through a rough patch, obviously you'll stick it out with her a lot longer. Not forever either, but a lot longer. I don't know, whatever the number is, 3 months, 6 months, a year, than in the initial dating process. But initially in the dating process, after one date, if you spot red flags, not red flags, but disqualifiers, boom, gone. After a week, boom, gone. After a month, boom, gone. Moving on to the next. That's why you need to have at least one quality date every single week to choose the right girlfriend or life partner from. Otherwise, your life will be a living hell. You've made the experience in the past. You try to help her and it didn't really work. Did it? No, it doesn't. Because she wants to be seen. She wants to feel heard. She wants your validation, your attention, your presence, and that's all beautiful, but it's not enough to fix her problems. She needs to go and sort that shit out herself. Find somebody who's already most of the time really happy. It sounds so blatantly obvious, but common sense is not common practice. The number one universal qualification criteria that you want to look for is high self-esteem, happiness. Is she already happy with herself? And this doesn't mean that she can't have negative emotions every once in a while. But if she's highly neurotic, she's a high proclivity for negative emotions, and she doesn't have the habits to back it up and to balance that out, that is a big red flag and almost actually a disqualifier. The single greatest source of conflict for men in relationships or marriages is a lack of compatibility. And her constantly being in a bad mood, that falls in the category of lacking compatibility. I would encourage you to not settle. You might say, David, I don't even have enough options. Something is better than nothing. No, my friend. Something is not better than nothing. Now, you might fall prey to the logical fallacy of a false dichotomy and saying, oh, it's either a relationship with a woman who's crazy, or I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life. Well, that isn't the case either, obviously. You need to just find somebody by getting so many options with dating apps, Instagram, and in-person approaches that you can choose somebody. There's 3 pillars upon which you want to evaluate a partner. Physical attractiveness is 1, matters. Number 2, personality and values. And number 3 is intellectual compatibility. Is she intellectually stimulating? Is she contributing points of views that you hadn't considered before? Because if you're an intelligent man, then you have to be able to have intelligent conversations. All of those 3 matter. This is not about aiming for an artificial standard of perfection, but it is about saying, I will not settle below a certain point. Because most men live lives of quiet desperation. Walk down the road. Look most men in their eyes. Are they truly happy with the woman they're with? Most of them should probably just break up and find somebody better. That's the fact. Some can suss it out. You can fix a relationship if you're fundamentally compatible. Then it's about lacking communication skills. But you need to find somebody you're truly compatible with. Obviously, then it comes to setting boundaries, communicating your expectations, communicating your needs, understanding the dynamics of attraction to create and sustain attraction over the long term. For sure, 100%. But at the base of it is selection. Even Tony Robbins says it. The number one factor for relationship success is selection. It doesn't matter how much couples therapy you'll do. If the relationship is fundamentally and structurally broken, you're fucked. There's no way on earth you will ever fix it. And waiting for her to fix it over the next 3 to 6 to 2 years, you're going to waste so much of your precious time. And remember, the only resource you'll never get back is time. You're not getting any younger, my friend. You're getting older every single day. And something has to change. Wherever you're at in your life, why have you never had a relationship that actually worked? You've never had somebody that you were truly compatible with. Yeah, David, maybe, like, unless she died or something. If that happened, obviously I feel genuinely sorry for you. But for 99% of people, that isn't the case. So you've never had a quality relationship. Why? 2 reasons only. You didn't choose from abundance. Fact. Actual, real abundance. And then the other one is you have blind spots in your communication. You fix those, you learn to screen for red flags, and then most of the conflicts most men will have in relationships, you never will. It doesn't mean you'll never argue, but it'll be super rarely, and it'll get resolved very quickly because she can assume the responsibility for her own mistakes. You know when they always complain and they can never apologize because she always has to put the blame on you? You might apologize 7 times in a day, but she never apologizes once. Yeah, I've been there as well. And again, not because there's anything wrong with her. She could change, but most people never will. And dating for potential as opposed to actuality will create hell on earth for you. So, brother, get out there, take some action. And if you want me to help you personally find the right girlfriend or wife, June is the perfect month to join the coaching program because we have a special. If you join in June, this is only valid for June, you will get a free ticket for a live in-person event we're doing later this year. So click the link, fill in the application, and a member from my team is going to reach out and we'll find out if and how we can help you with this. Talk soon.